to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Tara Lena from BizChicks, and we just want to welcome you to the show today. It's time for Coffee Talks with the BizChicks. We always get excited when we come in here for this show because we know we're here to help you do business better. So today, we're going to be talking about 3 things, simple things that'll help you do business better. So sit back, relax. Hey, I've got my favorite beverage, water. Ooh. Oh, what is that on my glass? That's my name. This was back in my glass etching days.
And I have my Ticino.
There you go.
Coffee, if you have a situation where caffeine is not your thing, then Ticino, you should try it. TEECHINO, or 2 C's, like cappuccino. But anyway, it's a great substitute if you don't want to do the caffeine but still want to have the coffee flavor. So
I love it. See, there are all kinds of ways to get what you want and still stay healthy. We talked about that last week. If you don't have your health, you can't keep your wealth.
At all.
Yeah, not at all. So today we're going to get started with 3 simple ways to do business better. So let me do this. Okay, can you guys see the graphic?
Yes, we can. Oh. And Terry will be right back because, when you're pushing buttons and things, sometimes we push a button that takes us out of our studio, but she'll be right back. And here she comes now.
Hey, there we go. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I glossed over something and it just, you got to have a sense of humor when you go live. Okay, so let's see about these 3 simple ways to do business better. Oh my gosh, because you know what? We don't want you to do business harder. We don't want any more stress in your life. We just want better for you. So let's build something profitable and enjoyable together today. Let's talk about it. Every business owner wants this, don't they, friends?
Yep.
They want smarter decisions, better results, and more joy. Oh my gosh, how do we get all that stuff? Well, we start with the first thing, smarter decisions. Make decisions that actually move your business forward without the guesswork or stress. Wow, what do you say to that, Fran?
Well, this is really interesting because I saw a post in one of the groups that I'm in. And this post, let me pull it up, talked about when you're building something or you're working on your business, a lot of times we're doing too much.
Okay.
And so let's see. Let me see if I can find her post. I was like, what? This was so good. It talked about picking one thing, pick one niche, one. What's the niche that you are good at, right? Pick that niche, work in that. I serve these people and I do this for these people for this outcome, whatever that looks like, but do one. Because doing 2 or 3,
it's confusing to your audience and it's hard for you to explain.
And it's confusing to you. So it's trying to do a lot of stuff all at once. We We get things, there are tools that hit the market all the time. There's this tool, that tool, this
Oh my gosh,
pick
it just,
one.
and people were just moving all around, and let's do this week, and oh, and add this and add this. My plate was so overflowing. I was just like, I can't. I'm paralyzed now because I don't
Right,
know which of these 100 things to do first.
right. So in this post, it said your offer is one clear solution to one specific problem.
There you
What's
go.
the one thing that you offer to one specific solution? What's the one specific thing? Pick your lane.
Good morning, Doc.
Pick your lane. You don't need 5 services or offers.
Okay.
So, find out what that is. Are you a coach where you coach confidence? Then stick in that confidence lane. Are you a wellness person? Be the wellness person and just focus in on the one thing, right?
Yes.
And not get confused by everything else. If you are, you do strategy, like a leadership strategist for people, go all in on that. Be the best that you can. So the smart decision is make one choice that actually moves your business forward.
Oh,
We think that we have to. I remember we had a lady that we work with. She made these gorgeous purses. Terry, have you even opened that box yet?
no, it's still in the closet.
Okay. Anyway, she makes these gorgeous purses, and she was comparing herself to the people in China who pump out purses,
Mass producing things.
and she was trying to keep up with that. Oh, I got to do
And the
this.
price.
I was like, no, sweetie, you are a one of a kind boutique haute couture purse. You do not need to be like them. And her stuff was handmade. She's sewing and stitching and embling, and it's very well made. She's sourcing leather, doing all these things, but she thought that she had to do that and what they were doing with the people at Walmart were doing. Well, I can't buy your bag at Walmart. I'm just saying, make a smart decision, make choices that actually move your business forward. And that might be just paring down to one thing. Terry and I were talking about the what is it? The In-N-Out burger effect.
Yes.
They do hamburgers, fries, and something to drink.
And a drink. That's it.
They do hamburgers as their main thing. You get a side of fries and you get a drink. That is it. And they have a very good system. So maybe the smart decision is paring down to the one thing that you do that has maybe a side offer to it. And then you stick with that and get that system down before you start adding. Don't be like Jack in the Box.
Okay. Now, Dr. Tachi says, this goes to show, oh, wait a minute, let me go up here to the first. I'm sorry. She says, go ahead.
There is a designer in New York named Pierre Laborde, and he makes amazing handbags. He only sells them in person at a market in Brooklyn because he hand makes all of them. The lines are so long. This goes to show that you do not have to mass produce. In fact, people like what is special, which is why they wait in line for hours for a chance to buy a bag. Shut the front door.
I can understand.
I need to go to New York just to get me a bag.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because what you do is unique. In many cases, especially if you're handcrafting something or you're providing a particular service that has outstanding outcomes, and you deserve to be paid for that. She was undercharging, over-delivering, and exceeding everyone in quality.
And her clients told her, you need to be charging more for this.
Mm-hmm.
The people who were buying the bags were telling her, no, this is way too, you need to be charging a lot more for this bag.
Have you ever had persons give you a huge tip because they knew you were undercharging them? Girl, this is worth so much more here.
But they couldn't change her mindset.
Or her
Well,
prices.
they couldn't change her mindset,
Mhm.
and so the smarter decisions, which will lead to better results and more joy, but she had to shift her thinking first.
Exactly.
So maybe the choice that you make is to figure out how to shift your thinking.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Better results. See real growth and profit without burning yourself out or working around the clock like she was doing, trying to mass produce handcrafted bags.
And
I,
okay, and unfortunately, some of the people, now her clients that were outside her sphere were willing to pay her. She
mm-hmm,
also had clients that were inside her sphere, people who knew her and knew that, oh, girl, can you make me this for the party? Can you do this for this particular event? And they didn't want to pay her.
or pay her what she was worth.
Right.
So,
And I was
so
like, you got to go outside somewhere else to see the
exactly.
better result. Sometimes you need to change your address.
I love it. Yep. Yep. And when you do that, you're going to find more joy because you're building a business that feels good to run and brings you both purpose and peace because you're getting rid of those people who are disturbing your peace. So today we're keeping it clean, we're keeping it clear, just 3 simple tips that work. No overwhelm, no complicated strategies, just practical tips you can start using right now. Let's get to it. First of all, know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers will run you. You don't need to be a math genius or have a degree in economics or finance. Know these 3 things, and you need to check them every single week. How much money's coming in? How much money's going out? And what's left over, which is your actual profit, the money that you get to keep. That's it. Make it a simple weekly habit. Block out 30 minutes every Friday and Monday morning. Review your bank account, check your invoices, look at what's pending, and ask for your money. I'm going to add that. Ask for your money. Okay?
And that goes back to having a system, right?
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to having like we use Square. Not This is
Yes.
not a Square commercial, but there are invoices, and I can go back and see who owes what and how long their invoice is out, and I can talk about. They can make partial payments. I can set it up where if they can't pay it all in once, you can make partial payments. There's all kind of look. Square will even take Cash App payments. There's all kind of ways of doing it,
To
but
make
you
it
need to track
easy
it.
for people to pay you
Right.
and make it easy
And
for you to track.
you can track it if you have that Monday and Wednesday tracking system where you have set aside that time on your calendar and you went in there and you look to see who owes money or
Mm-hmm.
who's paid and mark them paid if they paid or however. But that's part of your financials, that the numbers that you need to know. And the numbers are not running you.
Exactly.
Mm.
Okay. Now, profit is not just luck, it's a decision. When you know your numbers, everything changes. You stop guessing and start deciding. You see patterns. Where's the money seeping out? You catch problems early. Oh, you know what? I keep extending credit to this person, and they've got, they owe me thousands of dollars. I gotta have a talk with them. I can't give you any more credit. You know when to say yes to an opportunity and when to walk away. Because you have the numbers from last year when you vended there, or last year when you sold that particular item. Did it work? Didn't it work? Check your numbers. That allows you to make smarter choices because you know if you can afford the new software, hire help, or invest in marketing without the panic. So
So
go ahead.
I would say this, if you don't know what tools that you need, because there's a new tool on the block
Mm,
every hour,
mm,
and people are saying, use this, use that, get some, hire me or us to help you figure out your workflow, because you
mm,
don't need every tool. If you're not working on cars, you don't need distributor cap tools and stuff. You need the tools that you need to run your business, because you've picked your niche, you
mhm.
know who you serve, and you don't need all the tools for that. Not every AI tool is going to work for you. There are certain tools that's going to work for you. And so we can help you build your infrastructure and your workflow and figure out what tools you actually use. And then you can take them other tools off the plate. Maybe you don't need uh, something to post your social media every day or every week,
Mhm.
when you can, there's another tool that you already have that can help you do that. You don't need two of them. And I think a lot of times we have two and three items that do kind of the same thing because we haven't sat down and figured out exactly what our
Is this a
workflow looks like.
duplication? Hmm.
Yeah. And you're paying double money, and you can get back some of that money and some of your time just by having an evaluation done. Okay, I really don't need this tool. I need, this is working better for me, because you've already decided what you do.
Exactly.
And now you're going to decide which tools best help you do that.
Okay. And by doing that, we build what? Stronger businesses.
Mhm.
Businesses that track their numbers grow faster. They survive longer and they stress less. It's just that simple. I mean, once you know what you got, it's just like your household. Once you know what you got in the bank, you know if you can pay the utility bill. You know if
Okay,
you got the mortgage
you
money.
you said something, Terry.
Uh-huh.
There's a junk drawer in the kitchen where you keep buying batteries and stuff because you can't find the batteries
Can't
that
find the
you
batteries.
you bought before. You know you bought them. I just don't know where they are, so you go and buy more. But if everything was in its place, meaning that you know where financially where everything is, you won't be buying batteries again and again and again because you don't know where you put them.
Exactly. Exactly. And you won't be duplicating. Sometimes we pay a bill twice. Have you ever paid a bill twice? Because
They're
you
not
couldn't
giving you
find
the
the
money
bill.
back. They're not calling you and say, hey, you paid this bill twice.
They'll give you a credit. So basically, they're making interest on your money. So remember, numbers don't lie. They tell the truth about your business. And the truth is what sets you free to grow. Oh my goodness. So the second tip is solve one clear problem. Isn't that what your post said, Fran?
Yep.
Sometimes we try to do too much. We offer 5 services. We help 10 types of people. We try to be everything to everyone. And guess what? We confuse folks. Confusion kills sales.
Remember,
Every
um,
a confused
the
mind
bit won't make a difference. I
will
mean,
not
okay.
make a decision.
And it won't make a difference either. Okay, so remember, we found a postcard where there was a hair salon on one side and
Mhm.
barbecue on the other side. And it was the same phone number.
Yes.
So do you sell hair or do you cook barbecue? Which is it?
And are they taking place in the same room?
What? Because in order for you to do barbecue well, you have to spend time on getting the meats and seasoning this and da 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 da. And
It
if you're
does,
doing hair, you have to spend time going to classes, learning the cut and learning the color, whatever that looks like.
and hair is floating around the place when you're cleaning up.
So we don't know if they were cooking in the same spot they were doing hair. All I know is we can just imagine, because there was one side of the card said hair, the other side said barbecue.
Now I can see a barbershop on one side and a stylist on the other side because they're both hair. They sort of complement each other. Okay. But hair and barbecue, I want them separate.
And it might have been really good food or what have you, but I'm just like, Dr. Tachi says, we see that so much in our community. Johnson's Boutique, barbecue, and tax prep. It's too much.
Yes. So what is the one main problem that I solve? That's the question you want to answer clearly. You want to get laser focused and ask yourself that powerful question. What? Fixed and focused?
Focused
Focused
and
and fixed
fixed.
in 2026.
What is it that what's the one thing that you do? And let's do that well, right?
Yes, let's say it clearly. Simply. Don't give me a $64,000 word. Just make it plain. Use words your customer would use because sometimes we have such technical backgrounds. We're using, it's like when you go to your doctor and they got these long words to say, you know what, you need to take more vitamin D. Okay. Just tell me here, here's a prescription for vitamin D3 or whatever. Make it so obvious that someone could explain what you do to their friend in one sentence. Now that is a gem right there.
Yep. Simplifying. And then maybe that's the goal. If you have your one thing, simplifying the one thing so that people know what you do. Oh, I make chocolate chip cookies. Okay. Well, then I'm not looking to you for barbecue. I'm not looking to you for something else because you said that you do chocolate chip cookies.
Exactly. We do AI workshops.
And I help you figure out your AI tools and how to put them in there, which ones will fit for you. That is it. And it's so refreshing that you don't have to know everything. When you know your business, when you know who you are, which is, I watch old movies, and this one dude, he got hit on the head and he didn't know who he was.
Okay.
He was a very rich man, but did not know who he was. He was just confused, and people, and he was walking around like he didn't have means when he all the time had means, but he didn't know who he was. That's like some businesses. If you don't know your ID, your identity, then you walk around confused, and you're not going to get the profitability, the enjoyment that you thought, because you don't know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, your customers are not going to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Well, she does something.
And I'm not quite sure what they do. Okay. Clarity brings cash. When people understand what you do, they trust you faster. They remember you longer, and they refer you easier. And trust turns into sales. Wow. Think about it. Would you rather buy from someone who says, I do a little bit of everything? Oh, master, jack of all trades, master of none. And someone who says, I help busy moms meal prep in under 30 minutes. The second one, right? Because it's clear, it's specific, it speaks to a real person with a real problem. How do you get there? First, identify the pain point. What keeps your ideal customer up at night? State your solution simply. No jargon, no fluff, just clear value. Repeat it everywhere. Your website, your bio, your pitch, keep it consistent. Clarity isn't limiting, it's liberating.
Mm.
It gives it helps you say no. Oh, here we go. It helps you say no to the wrong things so you can say yes to the right things. It helps clear your plate
Mhm.
for the things that you do.
And if you are not clear, we invite you to talk to one of the biz chicks in our community who can help you clarify uh,
Mhm.
who you are. Get a clarity coach, because sometimes we just got so much on our plate. We've been taught that more is more when actually less is more.
Less is better.
Hmm.
So let's talk about the final tip, follow up. This one right here, it changes everything. Here's a truth that might sting a little. Most sales are lost because nobody followed up. We didn't call back. Not because your product wasn't good enough, not because your price was too high, but because you didn't follow up. Send the email, make the call, check in. You don't have to be pushy or salesy. Just be present, just be helpful.
Oh, Terry, I read something yesterday from
Mhm.
LinkedIn, and he was talking to lawyers. He
Uh-huh.
said, okay, you're missing out because you're not answering the phone.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this goes right along with follow up. A call came in, and if it came in through your email or whatever, I mean, not an email, if it came in through a voicemail, that person is looking for something and they called you. If you do not follow up immediately, they're going to call the next person in line.
Absolutely.
Now, he said, I called 25 attorneys after hours
Mm-hmm.
and nobody picked up.
Hmm.
Okay.
They didn't even
The
have an answering
voicemail picked
service?
up. Hmm?
Okay.
The
Voicemail.
voicemail picked up. But when you are in a situation and you need help right away, you don't want to hear our office hours are 9 to 5. We will call you back within 24 to 48 hours. That does not,
Especially if you are in jail and you got
those
one
were,
phone call and it goes to voicemail? Really?
those messages do not evoke, I'm here to help you.
Wow. Well, I got your message even. Wow.
Nope. So, but
So
there's a
now,
fix for that. But I was like, wow. So when your clients call you
mhm,
or when they are looking for a particular thing,
mhm.
how's the follow up?
Wow. That was a mouthful, friend. Okie
Mhm.
dokie. So follow up is free and it works. Send a simple message. Hey, just checking in to see if you had any questions. That's it. That simple line can bring money back to the table. Or you make the call. Yes, actually pick up the phone. A 60-second call shows you care and keep you top of mind. People buy from people they remember. Be genuinely helpful. Share a resource, answer a question, offer value first. When you lead with service, the sale follows naturally because it leads to another question, usually, or another concern. Oh, thank you for solving that problem. Now, I got this going on. What do you suggest? Set a reminder, schedule it in your calendar, Build a follow-up system. Most people give up after the first try, but the fortune is in the follow-up. Here's some simple steps that'll get you some big results. Know your numbers, check them weekly, make profit a decision, not an accident. Solve one clear problem. Clarity brings cash, confusion kills sales. Keep it simple. And then follow up. Most sales are won in the follow up. Show up, stay present. Come on. You don't have to hustle harder. You just have to move smarter. You absolutely can do that. These aren't complicated strategies or expensive tools. They're simply shifts that create real momentum, real movement in your business. So you've got this, BizChick. Remember, better business isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters with intention, consistency. Start with just one of these tips this week. Pick the one that resonates most, implement it, watch what happens. So let's go build something profitable and joyful. We'll see you next time. Wow. 3 simple things.
That is it. Terry, I'm gonna let you take us home.
Okay, guys, I want to remind you that look, it's important to make money in your business. That's why you're in business. So don't forget to go to the front of your own line. We'd love for you to be a part of our community. So you can join BizChicks simply by texting biz to 33777, or you can join us there at bizchicks.net. We'd love to show people what it is you do and how you serve. In addition to that, we want you to know that we really care about your business growing. If you need to contact us, you can also check out the QR code that'll take you to bizchicks.net. We love you. Grow your business, be successful, and remember, you got a cheerleader and a coach right here at bizchicks.net. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.